Comic-Con, and this is our Marvel Q&A. So let's get this kicked off because we are slightly behind schedule, as per usual. Can you please welcome to stage Pom and Stefan?
Hello.
Ooh, black leather.
Take a seat, welcome to my couch.
It's a nice one.
Okay, so you've not done this before, so I'll just fill you in on how this is going to run. There's a roving mic in the audience. There's John waving at us. We can barely see him because of all these lights. He's going to find a question from the audience. If you've got a question, stick your hand in the air and John will try and find you. Do you want to select people when you see their hand in the air? Some guests like to do that.
Yeah.
Give them a false sense of power. There you go, we've got a question here already. And it's good because it's far away from John, who likes
you like her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she looks exactly like you in the movie.
Okay, right, here is the first question today.
Yeah.
Great to see you.
It's a
I
pleasure.
was just wondering, your characters are both very popular but very different. What would you like to see them do? Like, what direction would you like them to be taken in if you were having a say in it? Like,
Well, I'm waiting for me to show up in a human form of Colossus. Yes. What else?
Would it just be your head stuck on like a CG body?
Yeah, that would be perfect. Yeah. Just my hand, like, yeah. Well, generally, I would love to see, Colossus interact with his sister, Ileana. And I'm still waiting for the New Mutants to come out. I don't know what's going on with that. And of course, Colossus to, go back to his home team of the X-Men, which there is something going on right now, but, famous NDA stupid thing. Yeah, so that's about it.
I mean, and now Fox is, with Disney, so
Yeah, we're
maybe
coming
we could have
back to you guys.
scenes
Yeah,
together
coming
at some
home.
point.
That would be perfect. Yeah, that's the most beautiful thing that's going on.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh,
Sheriff.
do you want to answer that? Where would you like to see your character go? Not be dead, maybe. That'd be good.
I don't know, I just want Mantis to do a lot of things. I want her to have interaction with Homer Simpson and stuff like that. go to Earth. I want her to have scenes with a lot of women, all the superheroes from the Marvel universe. That'd be amazing. The movie that they've been talking about, maybe with all the female superheroes. That'd be great. I don't know, so many things.
Is there anyone you haven't worked with? Because I hadn't realised backstage, but you two didn't know each other, you hadn't worked together. So is there anyone yet that you haven't worked with that you would like to work with? One of the Marvel crew?
Yeah, so
The
many.
X-Men, for
Yes,
example.
yeah, that'd be fun too.
It would be nice interaction while you already talked with Drax, as we know, but like with Colossus, how he feels. He's full of love in a way. But it's a good thing, that we could finally have the whole team together, like the whole family in a way. Unfortunately, we already filmed the Avengers. So, the X-Men and Fantastic Four and Silver Surfer.
I think there's going to be more.
Yeah, there's
probably
so
going to be more
many
Marvel films.
things coming up. I
Yeah.
apologize.
No, that's good. I like when you talk.
All right, cool. Let's go for another question then.
Her.
All the characters with the antennas or the
Oh,
horns
yeah, it's
are
got
for
to,
me. Yes, you.
Hi, Pom. I've got this is a question only for Pom. I'm sorry because
Really?
it will make sense. It will make sense. So obviously you're French, and je voulais savoir comment ça fait de se doubler soi-même dans la version française et québécoise.
Française, toi aussi?
Oui. So I just asked how is it to dub yourself in French, basically.
Oh, it's very weird. I've been doing that a few times with the Marvel movies and something else that I've done recently. It's very weird because of course it's my first language, but sometimes it's frustrating because you have to use a word that you wouldn't want to use, but it matches the movement of the lips. And you would love to use another word instead, but it doesn't really work. And so, yeah, sometimes it's like, so you have to find the best translation, and and sometimes you play with words in English and it's not going to be working in French, so you have to find something that is kind of funny but not as funny, so it's weird, it's very weird. Yeah, but I like to do it too because I like music and I have, I think, a good sense of rhythms, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like just go with the flow,
Great question.
I want that baby to ask a
Who
question.
we got next?
Where is the baby?
We may have to go with Deadpool.
There, the baby's there.
Baby's there.
Seems pretty insistent.
Hello, baby. You can ask the question. Language, please.
I'll try. I was wondering if you could choose any superhero power in real life. Which one would you choose and why?
It's a tough question for a comic book geek. No, maybe the... Are you okay? No, it's okay. Definitely Professor Xavier's powers. For Stefan personally.
Yeah.
Why? I think it's obvious. To control all of you, Do whatever I want, and so on and so on. In like kind of villain way. Bless you.
Wow, that was a sneeze.
That was yes.
That was crazy.
Can you do it again?
No, there's a superpower that I like, is to be able to go from one place to another one and really quickly. So, it would be great. And to have a +1 doing that too. I would love to do that.
Cool.
Excellent.
I would like to get Deadpool's superpower in real life.
And with cancer or without?
Without the toasted face and everything, that's like...
Excellent. Right, let's go for another question.
Him is the closest. I'm gonna choose people so far away. So
Yeah. That's what they do. It becomes part of the entertainment
That's
watching
good.
John Rook run hall.
Okay, so my question is for both of you guys. With Pom, I love the interaction with you and Drax so much. I was just wondering what your favourite scene is, and also with Colossus.
My favorite scene with Drax.
With Deadpool, what was your favourite scene with Deadpool?
Well, if I have a favorite scene with Drax, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah? I mean, the one that I remember the most was the first scene that I shot the first day of the when I was shooting Guardians of the Galaxy 2, when I touch him and I can feel what he went through in his life. And it was really, it was a big scene for my character, and it's the scene that I did many times at the audition, so I do it again and again, and it was a very important scene, so I really remember this one, and it was, it was really, really moving and stressful too. It was the first time that I was doing this scene, but with contact lenses in my eyes that cover my whole eye, and I had to cry, so it was, it was a little bit physically weird to do that, but it went well. Yeah,
it worked out great in the end.
Thanks.
Well, maybe the flag scene, if you remember, the F scene. No, I'm joking. My favorite scene definitely was in the first part of Deadpool, the 4 or 5 moments. When I'm doing the best that Colossus can, and trying to get him to understand the X-Men philosophy, but Deadpool is Deadpool. So yeah, we did that thing for so many times, with so many different ways, and in the end I'm satisfied how it was done. But then I like the scene when he grabs me in the sequel. It's a funny scene that when I hold it. There's so many, working with Ryan Reynolds, that guy is so funny, and the way he's changing the sides and everything and giving him much better ideas than you already thought of. So amazing. It's wonderful. It's everything every single thing that I did with Ryan is such a specific.
I was going to say how much that stuff actually comes from Ryan Reynolds.
50%, I think.
Right.
Yeah. He's just let's do it like this. Let's try it like this. So just the F word thing, we did so many different ways of how I'm pronouncing that, and then he starts like imitating me, and he's like, I'll do it like this. And so I never know what's gonna happen. So when I'm watching the premiere, it's really premiere for me because I really don't know what happened in the movie and what stayed or is not. And yes, I was saying the same thing. So yeah.
Thank
Right.
you.
Yeah, thank you. Great question. Okay, who's next? Oh, this one's close. One close by, Tom.
Lucky you.
Hiya. Just wondering, obviously we lost a great man and hero to many of us last month in Stan Lee. Just wondered if either of you managed to meet him or had any stories about meeting him at all while you're working on the Marvel films.
I met Stanley for the first time when it was one of my day offs on days off. Anyway, yeah, maybe I shouldn't ask you.
I would say the same.
One of my days off on Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and I visited set to say hi to the crew and to James Gunn, and Stanley was there, and it was such an honor to meet him, and he was so nice and funny, and he had so much energy too, even more than people who are much younger than him, and it was really beautiful to meet him. And then there was an event on his honor, like honoring his whole career, and I had the chance to go there and to be on stage with him and thank him for everything too. So yeah, we miss him for sure.
First of all, I just want to thank all the Wrexham and Wales babies that attend Q&A. But yeah, the thing is, well, as I said, for a comic book geek, I never thought I'm gonna even be in the same country as Stan Lee when I was a kid, and getting raised by all these Marvel comics and Stan soap boxes, and all this. It's Stan Lee. It's some sort of like a god for you when you're a kid and getting into the Marvel universe. And I met him a few times in these conventions, and the first time I was geeking out. There's even one of the photos on my Instagram, and I'm like, really weird looking, but I just, I touched the man, I talked with the god in a way. So for me, I really was, I was feeling really sad the whole day when he died, but the thing, but he left, yes, yeah. So the thing is, it's really cool. No, it's really cool. But the thing is, it's he left so many things, and he will never be forgotten in so many ways, and it's beautiful what a person like Stanley can do to the future of all of us. Yeah.
Okay, let's go for another question.
The girl behind Loki. Run.
Hi. If you could pick any other Marvel character to play, what would you pick? Like, which other Marvel character?
That's music that comes with the question.
It's the ice cream one, I think.
No, it's tough because everyone is so amazing playing their part. Oh, you mean a part that a character that hasn't been played yet, maybe?
Maybe.
No, I don't know the characters enough for that. I like Groot. I like to be Groot. I just have to say 3 words, so that's easy.
Well, I'm Slavic, so there's not too many of heroes or villains that I could play, but in a way, I'm praying that, there's a possibility that I could play Kraven the Hunter.
Which character is that?
He's
Which
one of
comic book?
Spider-Man's villains. He's Russian, he's a hunter, and he's hunting Spider-Man for a long time. Especially in the Kraven's Last Hunt, that's one of the stories that I would like to do. And I'm a huge fan of Punisher, but that character is well done, finally. Yeah, so But did you ask about like the heroes from Marvel or generally?
From Marvel.
From Marvel,
but
okay.
if you want to do general.
Thank you for that. I don't want to go there. Yeah.
Never say never.
So, behind you. Behind you.
Behind you.
Navigating him. His private GPS.
Slightly technical question. Just wondering, do you generally prefer working with CGI and green screen as you obviously do with Colossus, or with sort of prosthetics and makeup and everything as with Mantis?
Oh, it's a question for me? Oh, for both.
Which is better, CGI, practical effects, fight? That's basically the question, isn't it?
I didn't understand.
No, what is the question?
So,
Sorry.
yeah, which do you prefer? Do you prefer
Would you
working
like
with
to work
the
like
green
more
screen
with
CGI
prosthetics or
or
CGI?
with makers?
Yeah, was that a question in a way?
Yeah,
well, I'm a
basically.
foreigner, so
Sorry.
I'm just not that good.
Would you rather work CGI or prosthetics?
What, for what we look like?
Yeah. You know, so
But I kind of have both going on for Mantis. Because I have like the beginning of my antennas, it's prosthetics, but it's just the beginning of them. They look like nipples, you know? But with the CGI, it looks much bigger, it looks great, you know? So, but it would be impossible to have just prosthetics as the antennas. It would look really weird and it would look really ugly and it would hang and, you know, be like So I'm happy that there's CGI going on, you know? For the eyes, in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I was wearing contact lenses and they were really uncomfortable. But, you know, I was okay with like anything James Gunn needed because he's a genius and I love him and, you know, if he thinks the contact lenses are great, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go for it. But for Avengers Infinity War, I was a little bit less in the movie, so, you know, I was like, oh, maybe we could do like CGI sometimes. And then it was really easy for them to just like make my eyes black. So, you know, I'm good with both, you know. It's kind of easier with the CGI for sure, but, you know.
Yeah, for Colossus, it's much easier to go with CGI than to be like a Lou Ferrigno kind of guy, you know, like just silver me, and you know, like it would be good if it's like in the 70s. But nowadays, of course, for the superpowers, definitely with CGI, I would go. Prosthetics, in this case, it's okay, but for Colossus, yeah, it would be really weird. Bad.
Okay, great, let's go for another one.
Joker.
Yeah.
Find a Joker. You're a British version of Flash. Jason Momoa / Flash.
Yeah. He's a mini Momoa.
My question's for Pom. It's just to see, like, what was your reaction to the end of Infinity War? When you got told what was going to happen and what you thought about it?
When they first told me, the directors, I was like, oh my god, that's such an amazing idea. No, I thought it was really bossy, you know, to do something like that. And, you know, very disappointing and really exciting at the same time. But, you know.
What was your reaction, Stefan?
I can't say anything, but, you know, there is another movie coming out, so, you know.
What was your reaction to the end of the movie?
Well, we're like still owned by Fox, so that snap didn't pass through all the legislation. And that snap just, you know, stopped there.
Did you know it was going to happen?
No. No. It's your But, well, I felt sad, and I was thinking what would happen with Colossus. You know, was that snap, you know, would he be gone because still we're Marvel? And I'm praying that he's still alive somewhere. You know, when we kind of know what's going to happen.
Better move on. We're not going to get spoilers now.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thanks for that question, though. All right, next one.
So how was it for you playing Aquaman?
I think Loki wants to say something.
Yeah, finally.
Obviously, Loki is the best Marvel villain. Which Marvel villain would you most like to work with?
She worked with everyone.
I mean, who are they already?
Well, Josh Brolin playing like 2 different ones.
Yeah, I tried to kill him in like 2 different movies, so... Done? Who else? Oh yeah, why not? I mean, Kate Blanchett, she's amazing. She was amazing in Thor. Yes!
Yeah. Which villain? That's well, Thanos, of course, but
Is there one we haven't seen yet that you'd like to bring in?
Yeah, but the problem is I don't know them, so...
well,
do you?
I would love I'm still talking about the X-Men thing, or I would like to fight Omega Red, or Mr. Sinister, or Morlocks. But generally, I would like to see Galactus in a way. I think that's the next phase, and that's why Disney needs Silver Surfer as his herald. So, and for me, like when I was a kid, one of the best characters of all time was Silver Surfer, and he showed up in Fantastic Four, but you know, Marvel can miss too. It happens. Yeah. So, yeah, maybe Galactus.
Right.
What's going on? Where are you going?
Doesn't agree with the Galactus thing, I think. Right, next one. You've got one here which we missed last time, Tom.
I know it's really not a question, but if for some reason you couldn't play Colossus or Mantis, who would you want to play them?
If I couldn't play Mantis?
Yeah, if you couldn't play Mantis, who would you want to play it? And
Like making a name a replacement. That's
I know it's mean.
Right, who could play Mantis instead of me playing Mantis?
Yeah, if for some reason you were taking
What kind of question is that?
Do you want me to recast myself? You? I
No,
think it'd be great.
I don't speak English very good.
I think I would be a great Mantis. Just with a different accent. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, thank you. You want the amazing Colossus?
Yes!
Yeah.
I want to do that. I want to do
Jackson.
action and...
Yeah. No, that'll be perfect.
You can swap roles. Right. Yeah, we've got time for that question.
We have time.
Is it
Come
the
on.
bar?
Yeah. The whole cast is here.
Hello. So my question, obviously your characters are very comedic. How do you go about getting that across? So, like, you're slightly trying to word it. So you're comedic in a way where you're not meant to be comedic, if that makes sense?
No.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Colossus is comedic mainly because of Deadpool, you know. So he's not supposed, he's like a proper Russian. Marvel's response to Superman in a way, but you know, with Deadpool, everybody's comedic. Bye. See you in a bit. So, yeah, Colossus, well, are you a fan of comic books? You know, Colossus, he's not like a comic guy, funny guy. He's just a Russian, which you may find funny.
I was going to say, no, both your characters are funny, but they don't know they're funny, do they really?
No, but I mean, like, yeah, for sure, in the comic books, I don't think that Mantis was really funny, but, you know, it would have been kind of boring to have another female superhero who's not very funny, you know? So I think it was great that James Gunn wrote a different character who's a little bit weird, and she doesn't, you know, she's not funny on purpose. She's just a little bit off, and she's not used to being around people, so she does things that people are like, what? And yeah, but that's great, you know?
And that's a good thing because she has
See,
like...
usually it's like the women saying, hey, guys, stop having fun, let's do that, let's go fight, and the guys are like, woo-hoo-hoo, you know? So it's fun to have like something else, you know? I don't know. know.
Yeah,
What do you
that's,
think?
but then again, you have like
Change it up,
tracks as you know, as a counterpart. So it's a really good thing because I have that pool. So that's why you have like this extremely comedic moments between them. You know, that's when you have like a great partner and a great character to play with. And you know, like what Colossus is like replicas are like breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You know, so it's really funny in a way. Like that big guy says that, but he really means it. You know, so. Thanks to the other characters.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, next question.
The next question comes from the like, I would choose you, but he needs to go much further. But then you, so yeah. And then there's a guy on the total, like, right corner. It's the next stop. It's a pit stop.
Right, you both play hero types. If you could pick a villain within the Marvel Universe, who would you pick to play?
I think I heard this before. I said I would love to play Kraven the Hunter. Is that okay? Or you want somebody else? Sorry?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's all right then.
Okay, thank you. And she would like to play Kraven the Hunter too, so I think we kind of think the same.
Awesome, next question.
The red one.
The red one.
Well, I can just see the red collar and red glasses, and I don't see him that really.
Hi.
Hello!
The question I was going to ask was how well do you know each other's characters? So yourself knowing Mantis and Mantis knowing the other way around. I was just wondering if you could do an impression of each other's characters.
Oh, this has got potential.
I didn't understand the question at all. What's going on?
He's asking you to do a Colossus impression and for you to do a Mantis impression. I think that's...
Oh my God, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
For me, it's really hard.
Teach me how to say you feel love.
Do you want me to do it like...
Feel love.
This was really good. Did
You
somebody
did just
tell me
say
this?
feel me up. You did just
You're
say
gonna give me the
feel me up. It's like, what? Okay, next question. Leave it swiftly on.
The guy who's doing this.
When you went into the role of Colossus, did you look at Daniel Cudmore's performance, or did you kind of go into it blindly and want to just put your own spin on it?
I think that the guy before you asked how long do we know our characters. Was that a part of the question, or I'm delusional? No, I just want to continue to because, for example, as I said, I'm a really huge comic book fan, so I'm a collector on the other side, and for me, playing Colossus was definitely some sort of Academy Award for my little Stefan, and still, so I had a huge help from Tim Miller in a way, to get to because Tim Miller is an amazing director and a huge comic book geek. So he knows everything, and he has his own vision of characters, and he wanted to be, to give Colossus justice in a way. If you remember the ex-Colossus from the X-Men, he looked more like T-1000, the Liquid Terminator, which was the other time, and that guy's an amazing actor, but it just didn't work. So, with Tim, we started, he wanted my voice and my accent, and to be as, to sound like Colossus from, the 90s, the cartoons, and, to have for example, I did put some Russian words in the sequel, like Bože moj, or something like that. So it's, building these characters, sometimes people think, is it that's not real acting or whatever. It is. It's like when you're doing the Shakespeare characters. It's really, you need to go, through the biography and work on that as much as you can. Because I don't want to disappoint myself. as a fan, and I don't want to disappoint you guys. So for me, I was trying to find all the ways to build Colossus the best that we can, and to make him, you know, to give him justice, and I think we did. So, and I love, for example, I need to say it on the other side, I can be really disappointed, because, you know, when I was a kid, of course you start like watching the Batmans and Superman, like Batman is like the ultimate character. We are talking about DC now, so be prepared. But you know, I get hurt, you know, like watching Batman versus Superman, like, why? Like Colossus would say, why?
We don't talk about that.
No, we didn't want to talk about it. No, like, wow, this DC fans are leaving, of course. I know. But for example, Guardians of the Galaxy is, for me, if I have to choose a movie from like Marvel Universe, like, which is like, as a comic book fan, I wasn't. Come on, guys, I'm not talking about DC anymore. Come on, you're gonna make it to the photo op. I wasn't a huge fan of Guardians or like Iron Man as a comic book heroes, but like the movies are the best for me, like the best ones in the Marvel Universe. So that was about it.
Thank you.
Great. We've got time for one more question. Who's it going to be? Make it
And the last one.
The last
Run!
No, last question. It's all the pressure.
Let's have two questions.
All right. Well,
quickly.
I can ask two questions.
The next one.
Okay, I can ask two questions. I've got one really quick question for Pom. Is Kurt Russell's hair as amazing in real life as it is on the film?
Yes, it is. Yes, seriously. It's all real. It's crazy.
You've both worked with really great directors in the movies you've been in so far. Who would you really like to work with as a director on your next Marvel movies? Which is probably more pertinent for you, Pom.
It's a tricky question. I would love to work with James again. No, so I don't know. Yeah. It's a tricky question. I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, but someone who's going to direct a Marvel movie soon, I'd like to work with him. I don't know. I would like to work with a girl too, a female director. I've never worked with a female director. So, you know, that'd be great. Yeah. And also, I'd like to be the next Black Panther, but I don't know if it's possible for Mentis to, you know, I don't know.
Okay, who's the other question then?
And the last one, please. Thank you, Jason.
Well, Stefan, you're obviously a massive comic book geek, but for both of you, see when you were kids, which hero did you pretend to be when you were a kid?
Which hero did you pretend to be when you were running around as kids?
You know, like, oh, I'm Batman, I'm going to jump off the roof, or you know that, but...
Well, Batman. Yeah, was that a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was like, I didn't know, I just want to like quickly answer that. For me, like the best line in Deadpool 2 is definitely when Ryan Reynolds says like to Josh Brolin, I'm Batman. That's like, I didn't know that's gonna happen because we all, you know, we just have like our own parts of the script. So like, I'm like Batman is for me like the character, like yeah, with Punisher. What about you?
No, I was not really like any like comic book.
Maybe Tintin or Gaston Lagaffe.
No. Oh, that's funny. No, and no, because I didn't find like any really fun like female characters. You know, it's like all kind of like boring like princesses waiting to be saved. So it was like, fuck that. So no, but I remember when I was a teenager, I liked video games. And I would love to be like the fighters and kill everyone and stuff like that. Hi! So I don't know if you, yeah, so I liked Soul Calibur. Have you played that game? So yeah, it was like the Taki and Sunmina and Sophitia and yeah. And, but I liked Final Fantasy VII too. But yeah, Tifa was great. You know, she was a fighter, she had her boots, and she was like ready to fight with her gloves, and I like that. Yeah.
Thank you, but I'd just like to, Pom, you were hiding through like this whole thing. You are a geek, you're a total geek too. It's just a gaming geek, but that's fine too. But thank you.
So on the revelation that Pom wants to get a big sword and kill everyone, please put your hands together for our Marvel. Thank you guys.